Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, and today we are going to Brazil. So this is one of the jelly prints I created in a video that was posted earlier. I will put a link in the description box below. And this page is just a page in my sketchbook that I had cleaned off some paint. It was the right colors, so I decided I was going to glue this jelly print down onto here, and we are going to create something inspired by Brazil and by Rio. The colors of the jelly print and everything are from the Rio Olympics, and I kind of explained that in the jelly print video, but I figured I would go with it. So I looked up birds from Brazil, and I found this one, and it's called a 7-colored, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I was gonna say Tanger, but it's Tanager, so is it Tanager? Anyway, it was a really pretty bird, and not the typical parrots. They have lots of parrots there, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, so we are just sketching out this bird, and we're gonna color it with the colored pencils. I decided I had to have a log for him to stand on, but I didn't want the log interfering with the bird, so it curves at the end. Probably not the most natural curve in a log, but oh well. And here I'm really just trying to get the shape right. And now, this is my Pentel brush pen. Just going through and getting the details, and I am looking at this on Google. My favorite place is Google. So this bird, the feathers were really interesting. They all seem to be like separate with dark in between. I don't know if it was because he was poofed out because he was scared or what, but it was really interesting looking. Alright, so now I'm deciding what colors, and this particular bird has a pop of orange and yellow underneath its wing, which is really pretty and really dramatic against its blue coloring. And I should have erased some of the pencil marks before I started, because yeah, that one under the yellow is gonna stay. And these are just cheap colored pencils, not watercolor, just regular colored pencils. Some are Crayola, some are EK. They were just what was on hand, so that's what I used. I hope you don't mind, I have this sped up quite a bit so that we can make it all the way through the process in a relatively short amount of time. I don't know how many of you watched the Olympics, but that's what inspired the virtual trip to Brazil. And I just loved the colors. I love the Olympics. I love watching. I watched them every night. And of course, they didn't end till 11. I still had to go to work in the morning. It's probably a good thing they're over so I can get some more sleep. Alright, so the camera stopped. I did finish the bird. Wasn't much left to do. And cut it out. And so now I'm just gluing on some different pieces of Tim Holtz just to add more layers and depth to the page. I felt like it needed something, and I wanted it sort of like a postcard or a snapshot like you'd get. I think the Tim Holtz tissue. I don't remember what the style is. It's all about travel and postcards and stamps and stuff. So it worked pretty well. And here we go. I love the contrast of the blue against the oranges and the yellows. So I wanted that to line up right, so I had it up against those colors. And now these are just some sticker letters, and we'll just put Brazil across the bottom. And it's funny because the jelly print background, I actually picked one of my least favorites that I wouldn't mind tearing up. And I think it really works with this bird. It is quite busy, and I thought about doing a whitewash over it to mute it, but I love how bright the colors are, and that's part of it, so I left it really bright. Now here I decided we would do the word Rio, and we're just going to paint. These are corrugated cardboard letters, and I'm just going to paint over them so that they're not brown. And I decided I would go for yellow and orange. And I tried to give them a couple of coats. I did dry them in between, you just didn't see that. Just to make sure all the cardboard was covered up. And now we're filling up that white hole on the page. Decided I needed to have a border, and I wanted to do it a little dark, but I also didn't want it to completely cover it up. So I am mixing, this is Kelly Green, and I'm mixing it with some glazing medium so that it will wipe off or blend in, just so that it's not really stark. And we're just going to go around the edges. And that is actually a different color of green than I used in the jelly printing. I think the jelly printing I used Christmas green. So it was a cooler green, and this one's a warmer green. This one seems to have a little bit more yellow to it. And the other has a little more blue, I think. That's what it looks like to me. I have a lot of white on that side, so I'm adding a little bit more of that green. Alright, so I decided I needed another layer, and I'm trying to decide which leaf stencil. These are homemade leaf stencils that I made. And I think since all the leaves on the image right now are the pokey ones, we're going to just go for the pokey leaf stencil. I'm trying to blot off paint so that it doesn't go underneath the stencil, because I usually have that trouble where it starts to go underneath and it's not as sharp as you want it to be. But it didn't turn out too bad. Especially considering these stencils are just made out of cardstock. And so they do flop around a little bit and don't sit perfectly flat. And we'll balance it off with one more on this side. And there we go. A little tribute to Brazil. I hope you liked that. If you did like it, please hit like, comment. Love to hear everybody's comments. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.